Hi guys, my name is Alana and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Here we discuss all things fashion, luxury, and handbags. So if that sounds interesting to you, then you are going to enjoy today's video. Today we are going to be talking about the YSL Sunset bag in the medium size and whether or not this bag still has a place in 2024. So if you're interested in hearing a little bit more about that, then just please keep on watching. Getting right into this video, we're going to start off with some of the basics. So this is the Saint Laurent or YSL medium sunset bag in the beautiful black Croc-Embossed leather, and this comes with beautiful shiny gold hardware. So this is a bag that I picked up for my birthday at the beginning of August, and this bag has been in heavy rotation ever since. I've really enjoyed using this piece and I would highly recommend it. So as we go through, I'll do a what fits inside. I will show you guys what it looks like on me, and then I'll be able to tell you why exactly I would recommend this bag and why I love it so much. So I have had it for quite a few months now, and I have actually gotten so many compliments when using this bag as well. This is a style that is certainly not new to Saint Laurent. However, it is definitely popular and has been around for a while for a reason. So this is the medium size. They do have a wallet on chain version of this bag, and then they do have this available in a size up as well. This is also available in a regular smooth leather, and that will give you a couple more color options. In the Croc-Embossed, they will release sometimes some seasonal colors. However, this is typically available in a burgundy kind of color, a green, a white, a beige, and then the black as well. When you look at the smooth leather version, there are more options for colors that you can choose, as well as you can also get this with various different hardwares. They do have a black on black, they have silver, they also have antique gold hardware. So there definitely are a couple different variations of this bag. However, I personally feel that getting in the Croc-Embossed leather was the best choice, and this is definitely worth it for the money, in my opinion. So this retails for $3,685 in Canadian, or this retails for $3,050 in USD. Now, if you're looking to get this in the smooth leather, or they do have another version that is a smoother type of leather, but there is more of a coating to it, and that would retail for $3,260 in Canadian, or $2,700 in USD. Okay, so let's jump into a 360 overview of this beautiful bag. So starting off, we have the beautiful shiny gold hardware, as I mentioned. This is also a shiny Croc-Embossed leather, which, like I said, I just feel it gives it such a beautiful look. I have also found that because it has the beautiful Croc-Embossed leather, it is actually proven to be quite hard wearing, which is really nice. We also have this little attachment here. You can take this off if you want to, and it just has a key ring attached in it. So that is what is inside. And then for the back of the bag, there is a nice slit pocket here. So I have used this to put in little thin pieces of paper. Unfortunately, though it does span the whole back of the bag, it is not going to fit a phone. So that is something to keep in mind. Also carrying on with the exterior, we have the beautiful chains, and this chain is quite substantial. This is not a flimsy chain by any means. This is definitely good quality, kind of like a heavy duty chain here. We do have the beautiful breakaway here for your shoulder. This has the matching leather on it. And this chain is really great too, because not only can you double it up like this to use it as a shoulder bag, you can also pull the chain all the way through, and then you can use the bag as a long shoulder bag, or you can use this as a crossbody as well. Now, I typically use the bag as a shoulder bag because I just love that look, and I feel that this is a bit more of a fancier bag in general. But of course, having the option is really nice. It is nice to be able to choose how you would like to wear it, and it also helps you take this bag from more to day to night as well. Now moving on to the interior of the bag, there are 3 compartments in the bag. So you have a gusseted pocket at the front. This is a little guy, but I find it useful for just having little things you want to access quite easily. Sometimes I will put my cards in the front, my card holder in the front, and then sometimes I'll also put some lady products in the front just to keep it separate from everything else. And then in the other two pockets here, it is divided. So that is something to keep in mind. The front is about the same size as the back pocket, and it is the accordion style. There is also a slit pocket at the back here as well, so you also are able to use that, but again, very thin, very tight. You're not getting too much in here. So those are the pockets that are here on the interior. Now, looking at the exterior of the bag, as I mentioned, it is an accordion style, so that is why we have this look. One thing about this is there are not metal feet. However, based on the structure of the bag, because it does curve on the sides here at the bottom, as you guys can see, it does give it a little bit of a stand so that it is not the whole bottom of the leather bag touching the floor or the table or whatever surface you have it on. So I do find that that is quite nice as well. So that is the 360 look of the bag here. Simple enough, but definitely has enough detail as well to explain why people love this bag. Now let's get into what fits inside this bag. So as I had said, this is the medium size for reference, and we're going to start off with what we all want to know, and that is, where does a phone fit? So this is my phone case, so we will just use this to represent my iPhone 13, and I'm just filming on it right now. So if we put it in the back pocket here, it does not fit fully in, as I have said, but it can slide in there. I personally do not keep it here, as I know it does stretch the leather out, so I've never put my phone there. Now, if we go to the front pocket here, now technically the phone does fit in here. However, again, you have to decide if you're okay with it stretching out the leather a little bit. I am still able to close the bag with it at the front. However, like I said, it is not an easy fit to put it in here with the phone case. I find that if you take your phone case off, in fact, it actually fits a lot easier in that front pocket if you're someone who needs the easy access at the front. But personally, I do not keep my phone with my phone case in the front of this pouch. What typically I will do is, if I'm not holding it, I will put it in either the front compartment or the very back one. So you guys can see how that fits in there. Still leaving a decent amount of room. Then let's go for my car keys. Typically, this is something that I would put in the same compartment as my wallet. I like to leave one section that kind of has cosmetics, stuff like that, and the other stuff for things that typically I would be reaching for. So I'm also going to put that in the front here. This is how it lies in there. So the front pocket is already getting quite full. And then lastly, I am going to take this and I'm going to put it, which is my card holder, in that same slot as well for you guys to see how it fits. And that is pretty much the maximum capacity for the front slot. As I mentioned though, if you wanted to rearrange things a little differently, you can take a card holder and slide that in the very front as well for easy access. And that does free up some room in the compartments. Now, I also want to show my Rosalie coin purse. So this is a compact wallet and I do use this often. However, I don't use it with this bag because I do not like the fit. I'm going to show you how that would look next. So the reason I do not use my Rosalie coin purse in here, I don't know if you guys can tell, but that center divider piece here, it does start to kind of curve and extend out. It is not completely flush with the bag. So because of that, I feel that it is kind of stretching out the compartments as well. So personally, I don't feel the most comfortable using this, the Rosalie coin purse in this bag. So even though this is labeled as a medium size, as you guys kind of see, the way that things fit in here, because it has the center divider, it is not really leaving so much excess room. So a compact wallet certainly can fit. However, this one and the way that I like to pack a lot of cards into my compact wallet, I typically don't put in here. However, if you wanted to, you definitely could. Next, we're gonna go with a hand sanitizer, and I'm gonna start using the back pocket or the back slot for this now. Gonna put in some Halls. I have my Dior Lip Glow Oil. I have my Chanel compact mirror. I have a travel perfume. This is my Carolina Herrera Good Girl scent. I absolutely love this perfume. And I'm gonna show you guys what that looks like now. So as you can see, if I have all of these items in, there is room for a few more lip products if you wanted to have it in the back slot, or if you strategically placed it in here, there is a little bit more room. However, without stretching the bag to its maximum capacity, this is typically the most I will carry in this bag. So hopefully that gives you guys a bit of insight as to what fits in here. And then this is still very easy to close. One thing I like about this bag being so structured, because truly it is, as you guys can see, even though this is packed quite a bit, it does not give any way to the size or the shape of the bag. It looks exact same as it does when it is empty, so I do really like that feature about the bag as well. It does hold a decent amount. However, for a medium-sized bag, I don't want you guys to be fooled. This is not going to carry everything that you might need. For example, no water bottles are going to fit. If you have a bigger wallet, that's not going to fit in here either. So this really is a bag that kind of just has your essentials and perhaps a little bit more. So this is why people I know tend to use this as a date night bag where you don't need too much. However, if you're a minimalist like I am, then you can definitely make this work for day to night type activities as well. Let's get into the wear and tear of the bag. So I am quite happy with the overall quality. I haven't had much issues considering I have been wearing this bag quite a bit, and I am not afraid to take this out for a full day with me. The leather seems to be in great condition. I'm very happy that this seems to be a very durable type leather, as opposed to I was quite worried when I was comparing this option to the smooth leather. Of course, it's a beautiful look. However, it would require a little bit more care. It's more delicate. I do not have any scratches on the leather since I've had this bag. Also, even the logo at the front, there aren't any scratches that I can see, not even little hairline scratches really. So I think that this has been holding up quite well. Now, the only thing that I have noticed in terms of wear and tear for this bag is some issues with the glazing. And now that can be quite a big one, but I'm gonna show you guys up close here. And if you can see, around this area where it starts to, where you would open it, you can see, or maybe you cannot, I think you can see it there, where you open it, because it's such a structured bag, it definitely gives tension to the actual glazing and the flap of the bag. And because of that, it has seen some separation, very slight separation, but that is something to be mindful of. You don't necessarily want to be pulling it all the way back, kind of just like I was to show you guys what fits inside, but you do want to be careful when you're pulling back open this bag. Unfortunately, in terms of functionality, that is one thing I will say. You're not necessarily going to be able to get the easiest glance inside this bag because of the way that this opens and closes, and the fact that, as you can see, if without using any real pressure or strength, this is pretty much as open as the bag gets. So just keep in mind in terms of the glazing around the edges that it's not necessarily meant to be open extremely far back. That is the only issue I can say that I've seen with the bag. The bottom of the bag though has not seen any issues with the glazing, and this is of course what would touch surfaces as I put it down. So other than that, I'm really happy to report that I haven't had issues with this bag, and I really am happy with how the leather overall is holding up as well. Now let's get into the final pros and cons of this bag. I'd like to say that there are more pros for this bag than cons. I truly love this piece. This was a bag for me that was kind of like my dream YSL bag. So the fact that I was able to attain this, I got this for my birthday, it really means a lot to me. This bag is very special and I truly do love it. So definitely some of the pros are this beautiful, timeless, and elegant classic look. I think that based on the beautiful structure, and we have seen that this bag has been relevant for quite a few years now. I do not think this style is going anywhere. That is definitely a plus of this bag. I also love the fact that you have options when wearing this bag. Like I said, I typically use this as a shoulder bag. However, you can pull this through to make it a crossbody or long shoulder bag as well. So I love the fact that there is some versatility in terms of that as well. Now, you also have the Croc-Embossed leather, I have the Croc-Embossed leather for this bag, and it has proven to be quite hard wearing. So if you are nervous about the smooth leather like I was, then this is definitely a great option to consider for you. And then lastly, of course, this is not the main reason you look to buy a bag. However, when I have worn this out, I have gotten so many compliments on this piece. So it just makes you feel good. Of course, when you get a compliment on a piece that you truly love and you see that others love it just as much as you, this is definitely one of my most complimented bags since I have been wearing it. Oftentimes I will get stopped and complimented on this piece, and I think it really is just beautiful. This is something I feel anyone can fit into their style. Now getting into the cons of this bag, and yes, unfortunately there are a couple cons. The first one I would say is, as much as I love the fact that you can use the chain in two different ways, unfortunately, this is not adjustable in any way. So of course, if this is not a good length that you find to wear crossbody or long shoulder, there's nothing that can be done about that. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Now, I know this next one isn't really a con for me. However, some people do not like a heavy bag. I wouldn't say that this bag is abnormally heavy. It is a full leather lined bag, so surely it is not light. However, when I've taken this out, and I've taken it out even just to the mall for a day, it has not hurt my shoulder. So I don't have that complaint, but I would be lying if I said this was a light bag. So that is definitely something to keep in mind. Also, as I mentioned, with this bag, because it is very structured, in particular the flap, you have to be careful when it comes to that glazing. As I mentioned, you don't want this to, of course, crack too much on you. But again, when you open it, if you're looking to open it the full weight, then it is a little bit unavoidable. There's not much you can do about that. And the way that you open and close the bag is through this magnetic closure. And I will say that with this bag, it is not always the easiest to get it to completely connect on the first go. And in which case, if you don't have it connected right away, because it's magnetic, it might stick to this particular ring that is closing the actual button. However, if you then go to hold the bag, it can open on you as well. So that is something to be mindful of. You really have to hear that snap. Otherwise, it can open on you when you're holding it. And then lastly, the size for this bag is a little bit deceiving. This looks like not the biggest bag, of course, but this bag does look like it would hold more than it actually does. As I mentioned, for a medium-sized bag, there truly isn't that much space in the interior because of the accordion style. This divider in the middle really takes away some of the space that you have, so that is something to keep in mind as well. Overall, for me, I would definitely recommend this bag. As I said, this might not be your go-to everyday bag. However, I love the look of this, and this has definitely been one of my dream bags, and it has not let me down. I do love using this piece, so I would recommend this to you if you are looking for the sunset bag as well. If you have made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and found the review helpful. If you have any other questions about the Sunset bag, then please just let me know down below in the comments. But though it is 2024 and this bag has been out for quite a while, I definitely still think this holds a place in the fashion industry and certainly in my wardrobe. I love this bag and I truly would recommend it. So let me know down below also if you love this bag or if you're debating between two bags. Let me know what your options are. I'd love to hear what you guys are looking into. Also, please be sure to subscribe if you have not already. Thank you so much to all my current subscribers. I'd love to have more of you join this community that we are building here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.